Is there anybody out there who you think can bring value to the Warriors?
Obviously,
A player who's been overlooked.
I mean, I will just zone in on the domestic premiership. I think we've got a few players who I feel like have done quite well. William Manondo, I think, has done quite well in terms of his goal output at Cape United. I think it's an ongoing conversation why he continues being overlooked. Timon Machope, yes, his goals are there, but I think he brings a different element. I think in the setup, we look at the squad that Nice is named, we don't have a target man like a Timon Machope. But I think in terms of maybe giving us or giving Nice options in terms of how he can diversify his play, I would also throw in someone like Aubrey Otrinda. Because I think if we play against teams that are going to dominate us, teams that are stronger than us, maybe you think about your Kenya, because as much as we think we're better than them, I mean, you look at the rankings, they're number 100, we're number 124, 125, somewhere around there. They're higher ranked than us. So I think if we're going to be playing a high pressing game, you need a player like Aubrey Otrinda because of his work ethic, especially leading the line in terms of defending from the front. That's an option, and also bringing the goal. So I think for me, those kind of players. Obviously, Tino Kade, we haven't been able to see him in this qualifiers, mysteriously getting injured. I'm still suspicious, and I'll continue raising my suspicions around that. But I think for me, those are the players that I would like to see. I'm not sure I'm entirely convinced by Rangachi, to be honest.
You haven't seen him play?
I've seen him, but not enough for me to make a big judgment. I think I've only seen a handful of games.
Yeah, but the thing with someone like Ranga,
Do you want Ranga to be called up?
For me, does he want to come to play for Zimbabwe?
He said he's open.
He's open.
To either South Africa or Zimbabwe.
Yeah, but what? He has to decide. Because it's not about...
No, he has decided he wants to play at that level.
For who?
Whoever comes first.
He has to decide himself.
It's okay.
If a player wants to play for Zimbabwe, he has to make it a statement. I want to go and play for Zimbabwe. If he wants to play for South Africa, he also makes a statement. Not I'm waiting for the coaches to call
but
me
I think
or something.
Ranga has been called up by South Africa, but he didn't make it. He was called up, I think, in the COSAFA preliminary squad, I think a year or two ago, but didn't end up making the full squad proper. He hasn't ended the call up, but...
Because there's no Zoitiga, we end up having the same problems in Nana Galloway when, they were still playing for the under-21s, Zana England. You call them up, they say, no, I still have got a chance to play for England.
Yeah, but can you fault them for that?
But
who doesn't want to play at the highest level?
No, everyone wants to play for highest level. But the Zimbabwe national team, that's the highest level, isn't it?
He could take, because remember, he's also half South African.
He's also half South African, so you need to...
He's also half South African, yes.
He is half South African because of Kwaka Sharir.
No, because of his mom. His mom is South African.
He's got DNA again to Zimbabwe. Baba Baki and Dova DNA to Zimbabwe.
I'm not going into a biology lesson with you, David.
Let's not be scientific. Let's not be scientific about it.
Let's just say it as it is.
He's eligible to play for both nations.
Of course, scientifically, yeah.
So I think if Michael Nice thinks is good for
good enough, yeah, you can call him.
But is there anybody else that you think has continuously been overlooked?
I've always wanted Knox to be part of this team because of his...
Mutizwa?
Yeah, Knox Mutizwa. Because of his goals, I want.
Okay.
They speak for themselves, for Knox. And remember, Knox is not yet even an old guy who I think Akura Sakachaita, let's put another youngster, because you always want experience in your
Knox over Ranga?
Knox can always be a first choice for me because he's already played for us and he knows the guys. And because the Ranga, I remember, it will be his first call up to come to the national team. Culturally, he doesn't know our culture as well. Saka anenge unoto gadziriswa futhi.
Asibambota rako zvedna.
Aiwa tamutaura zveculture ka. Awa tamutaura even zveculture because zvakatomoti affecta kumashure. I'm not going to say it. Kuti how did that affect us kumashure, but ndikuti nini Knox will settle in quickly than Ranga because he has already been in the setup before. And even when Knowledge was still there, when Nyasha was still there, Knox was always there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's your premier football show, The Couch, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Konapo, Ipapo, Pazetium Prime, DSV channel 294, the place to be.